7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, time for a look at the news. It is a Thursday, the 11th day of July for 2019. Topping the news today, the drive to recall 4 of 5 members on the Amador School Board failed to collect enough signatures for 3 of the targeted seats. The deadline to collect signatures in 3 of 4 school board districts passed at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. At 4:45 last night, recall petitions were handed in to the Amador County Elections Office. According to county elections officials, in none of the 3 districts did proponents turn in enough signatures to trigger a recall election. 25% of registered voters must sign in order to force a recall, a target number of between roughly 1,000 and 1,250 signatures per district. The elections office did not release the number of signatures collected, though. The 3 districts affected are District 1, represented by Candy Thompson, District 4, represented by Susan Ross, and District 5, represented by Janet White. The recall petition in District 2, represented by Deborah Pulskamp, is still active with a deadline of August 8th due to a higher number of registered voters in that district. The 4 board members were served with notices of recall back in April, with proponents at the time citing the reassignment of the principal of Pioneer Elementary and board members' support of District Superintendent Amy Schlavinsky as cause for removal from office. An early morning traffic stop in the Jackson Valley led to the arrest of a Sacramento woman and the recovery of a stolen vehicle. According to the Amador Sheriff's Office, while on patrol in the area of Coal Mine Road, a deputy ran the license plate of a U-Haul truck which came back as stolen out of Sacramento County. Multiple units responded, and a high-risk traffic stop was conducted. 2 occupants were removed from the vehicle and detained on scene. The driver, Melissa Harden, out of Sacramento, was ultimately placed under arrest for being in possession of a stolen vehicle and possession of controlled substance paraphernalia. And a San Andreas woman and a Vallecito man have been arrested in connection with burglary after a local charity was hit 3 nights in a row. According to the Calaveras Sheriff's Office, they were first notified of the initial break-in back in June. Deputies found a storage shed at Habitat for Humanity Restore, located on Industrial Way in San Andreas, had been broken into and merchandise stolen. Further investigation revealed that the thief had also stolen items left outside for a parking lot sale that week, the 2 nights before the break-in. Sheriff's officials determined that the total worth of items taken was over $1,600. Evidence led detectives to 37-year-old Krista Swift of San Andreas, who was arrested for the theft several days later. Soon after that, investigators searched Swift's home in the San Andreas area. Most of the stolen merchandise was discovered there, along with 38-year-old Kyle Hicks of Vallecito. He was taken into custody not for the burglaries, but for an outstanding warrant related to an earlier arrest for carrying brass knuckles. The case has been turned over to the district attorney for prosecution. And vegetation management, a burn rescheduled at the Amoruso Ranch. The Amador Eldorado unit of CAL FIRE will be conducting a fuel reduction burn of about 60 acres on the Amoruso Ranch outside of Fiddletown. Now, this is rescheduled from an earlier date. The project is now scheduled for this Tuesday, July 16th, from 8 to 3. Smoke will be visible in the area. The purpose of this burn is for the reduction of noxious weeds and other fuels. This will help protect and reduce the risk of wildfire in the community of Fiddletown while providing firefighters with live fire training. And Calaveras County Sheriff's deputies recently arrested a Salinas man on various charges, including failing to register as a sex offender. The incident occurred Tuesday night at a home off Sequoia Court in Copperopolis. The suspect, 49-year-old Jay Ibarra Jr., whose most recent address is listed as in Salinas, allegedly punched and stomped the victim. While he fled before deputies arrived, Ibarra was located shortly afterwards at a nearby residence. He now faces fresh charges of battery with serious bodily injury and failing to register as a sex offender, as well as warrants for failing to appear on charges of alcohol-related disorderly conduct, and 2 traffic offenses. The investigation into the beating incident is ongoing. And the Amador Central Railroad invites the public to ride the rails with them this Saturday. The ride is a 6-mile round trip into the hills of the Gold Country from Lanes Station to the Sunnybrook turnaround in a real rail car, also known as a speeder. Now, there are 3 runs at 10, noon, and 2. Rides last about 1 hour. Tickets, $10 each. They go on sale beginning at 9 o'clock at Lanes Station, which is just about 1.5 miles south of Ione on Highway 104. Just follow the signs on the day of the run. All proceeds go directly back into the Amador Central Railroad to preserve it for now and for the future. No smoking or alcohol permitted on the run, and closed-toed shoes are strongly recommended. And that, my friends, is a look at local news on a Gold Country Thursday morning. From the KVGC News Center, I'm Jim Geedy reporting. For the latest news, traffic, and weather, 24 hours a day, be sure to visit our website. That's kvgcradio.com.